Hello everyone, and in this session, we will be talking about spidering Twitter using a database. So this is an example program for a database to know how database interacts with Python and how we are using it. Okay, and first let me tell you the meaning for spidering. What is mean by that spider and what we are going to do. Okay, the first thing you want to learn is what is called spider, right? So here spider in it was like a spider is a program which visits websites and reads the pages. So what it is going to do is it is going to visit and read the pages. So what is the meaning of spider? So it is going to visit and reads their pages and other informations in order to create entries for a search engine index. So that is just to be meaning to be simple what is called a spider or what is called like a spider, like like spider web, right? So which will be connecting one part to the other part, which will be connecting all the multiple interconnecting things together. Similarly, here we call spidering Twitter using a database. So a spider is a program that visits websites and reads their pages and few other informations, and which will create entries for a search engine index. Okay, so which will create entries for a search engine index. And now let us see what we are going to do here, spidering Twitter using a database. Okay, so what is that we'll be doing is we will be creating a small spidering program, right? We will be writing a small spidering program. What that will be doing is it will go through Twitter accounts. Okay, so it will go through Twitter accounts. Okay, it will go through Twitter accounts. We will be creating a simple spidering program that will go through Twitter accounts and build a database for them. Okay, so let me explain it what we are going here, what we are going to do here. First, we will be starting by retrieving one person's Twitter friends and their status, right? For example, let me tell you like let me take a friend. Okay, so let us tell you like I have a person A. Is it visible? Okay, I have a person A. What I'm going to do is I'm going to retrieve his friends and their statuses. Okay, I'm going to retrieve his friends list and statuses. Okay, and once after retrieving it, let me take friend A. Let us something like let me tell you like I have friend A, friend B, friend C, friend D. So what I will be doing is, say you will be providing, I will be giving the input as a user name. Let the name be A, and the complete list of friends and their statuses that will be loaded, that will be recorded into my database. I will be adding each and every friend. I will be adding each friend to the database so that whenever it is required, I can retrieve it. Okay, I hope it's clear now, right? So let us start with like we are retrieving one person's Twitter friends and their statuses. Okay, so let that be the person A, where we will be trying to retrieve his friends list and their statuses. Okay, we'll be trying to retrieve this friends list and their statuses, and also something like we also track how many times we have seen a particular friend in the database. For example, if I get a if I'm visiting a friend called B, okay, and further if I'm going for the other friend called D, and next time I can visit for the other friend called, let me take G, and this friend can also, and B can also be a friend for friend G. Then I'm visiting the friend B for twice, 2 times, right? Am I clear? Okay. Okay, I'll explain you. Okay, so let me start. Let me start explaining this program. Okay, so as I told you, what is the first job is, we are trying to find the list of friends and their statuses of a particular friend. That is the first job. Okay, so we are trying to find the list of friends and their statuses of a particular given name. Okay, and we will be adding each and every name into the database. Okay, we will be trying to add each and every friend into the database. If I get the same friend already, when I'm adding the name into a database, I should make sure that the name should not exist in a database. If it exists, then I can make a count, so that I can know how many number of times it is repeating. If it is already there in the database, I should not add it a new. I should not add it into a new field. What I can do is I can change the count. I can change the count, which tells me the number of times that I have visited that particular friend. Okay, so this is first thing you need to remember. And second thing is, if I am traversing through a loop, like if I'm traversing through a loop, like from starting with one friend and getting to moving into the other friend and then moving into the other friend. Okay. So in this case, the problem with this program is it needs to stop and restart again. Like starting and it may terminate from the current loop and start again from the other loop, and the program will be still continuing it. And for this, what we can do is, like we can start again, we can start back up and pick up. We can start from the place where and pick up where it left off. So where the program is getting left up, from there we can start backing up again. So that will make you to overcome from this problem. Okay, so we check in our database and retrieve one of the friend of the friends, and let me see how this program works. Okay, so here this is a simple program, like which will be talking about, first will be from url lib dot request import url open. So it is a first statement importing things into our program. Import url library dot error, which is helping you to import something when you get like exception handling mechanisms. And import twitter url, import json sqlite 3. This sqlite 3 is the database which we use here with respect with supporting with python. And import ssl. I hope you know the meaning of this ssl, secure socket, right? Which we have discussed in the first topic, using web services, using network programs. Now, so now I'm getting a Twitter URL. Okay. Now I'm getting a Twitter URL, that is HTTPS API twitter.com friends list JSON. Okay. I'm getting a Twitter URL. Now I will be starting connecting. So connection equal to SQLite3 dot connect spider dot SQLite. Once connection is made, I will be creating a connection cursor. I told you what is the meaning of cursor, what it is doing. Just I can interface. Okay, so execute create table if not exist. I should make sure that I should create a table if not exist. If you're trying to execute create a table which is already existing, Then you will be returning a message that table exists with the given name. Okay, that I will show you a small program at the end of this session. Okay, and also you should make sure that the certification errors, everything should be right and everything should be good and going on. So this is just the first part. That is not the complete program. And let us move to the next slide. Okay, so this is the next part, right? I hope the program is not little bit visible for you all. Okay, what I will try to do is I will try to summarize in short what the program is doing and what is that you can learn from this. Okay. See, the first thing that we do here is like user prompts. I mean, we're going to prompt the user to give user account name. So user account name, you'll be getting user account name. Okay, so you'll be getting user account name. And here, if you talk about database, this database, the database name will be, I mean, the database will be named as spider dot SQLite. Okay, spider dot SQLite. So this is our database name. And once this database is name is created, next second thing what I will be doing is like I will be creating a table called Twitter. Okay, I will be creating a table. That table name is called Twitter. And once a table is created, after creating a table, what I will be doing is I will be creating a row, and that row has a column for the account name. This row has a column for the user account name. Okay, fine. And the next part is I need to retrieve. I need to retrieve. I need to retrieve the friend. I need to retrieve the friend list. Okay, I need to retrieve the friend list. Okay. So what is the first thing is I need first I've created a database. Database name is spider.sqlite. Next I will be using a loops. Okay, I will be using loops. And if you just have a glance of this program in your textbook, it is an example program. It is there in the textbook. Just have a glance over it so that you can understand in a better manner. Okay. So once I create a database table, and now I will be getting like from I will be getting I will be prompt I will be prompting the user to enter user account name. That account name will be taken as input. Okay. After getting that account name, now I will be traversing the loop. I will be traversing using loop. I will be visiting each and every friend in that particular account. And once if I visit friend one, I need to add this friend name into my database. Okay. If I'm next, I will be adding friend two, friend three, friend four, friend five. All the entries will be get updating in the database. If any of the friend entry is already there in the database, if I'm trying to enter it again, if I'm trying to enter it again, then that it becomes duplicate, right? But our databases, relational databases should not hold any duplicate data. That is database normalization. Okay. Once it is done, now it is going to retrieve how many number of times I have visited each and every friend, and how many number of times I have visited each and every friend, and how I have written those values. I mean, like how many times I have written use each and every friend, and I need to return it. I need to display it on the screen. For example, user Acharya. Okay, user Acharya. and this friends list, first let it be CSE, second ECE, third AAA. And in this friends list CSE, and just give me a minute, I will explain it. Okay, so let the user name, the user detail which I got as Acharya. Okay, and for this friend one, let it be CSE. Friend two, let it be AAA. Friend three, let it be ECE. Okay, so here I have given three friends. Okay, so here I have given three friends. Here I have given three friends like CSE, AAA, ECE. And for example, if after visiting friend one of CSE, if I go to friend three, this ECE again ECE again can hold CSE as his friend. Okay, this ECE may contain CSE as his friend. So in that case, this ECE will be trying to this ECE will be trying to what this ECE will be now trying to update. This ECE will be now trying to include CSE into the database. Now this ECE will be trying to include CSE into the database. Since the CSE is already exist in the database, now since it has already exist in the database, this need not to be inserted again. You need not to create a duplicate double entry. Okay, for this what you can do is you can now count. So the last I have visited a CSE for the first time last time, the count will be 1, and now I am revisiting it, and you can make the count to be as friend 2. So that as a result we can know that this has been two times friended. Okay, so this has been two times friended to a relation that we shall be knowing at the end. Similarly, I need to update each and every queries. I need to update each and every traversal. I need to update each and every traversal, and I need to make sure that my database, I should not lose any data in my database. Okay, I should not lose any data in my database, and also I should not lose any data in the database. Also, I should also make sure that the data which I use in my model should be effective one. Okay, so this is about a small example of twittering, spidering Twitter application using Twitter accounts using Python, that is SQLite 3. The basic idea is I will be I will be trying to collect the list of friends and their statuses of a given user. Okay, once that is done, then I need to find how many number of times he has been friended. That I need to get it as a result. In the next topics, we'll be discussing the same application, but in addition to that, like as I told you, like a friend one, friend two, they should not duplicate entry. And let us see how to avoid these things in the next slides. Okay, so the next thing is basic data modeling. I hope you know the meaning of model. Model is a blueprint. You can call as a model as a blueprint or as a design. Okay, so model is a blueprint or model is a design. And as we have multiple tables, like as we have multiple tables, let me take as we have multiple tables, let me take table one, and the other one is table 2, and let it be table 3. So we have three tables. So if we call as a relational table, then we need to design. Then it has to be decided like how relational table, how the tables are related, how the tables are connected to each other. Like it tells you it tells you how to model the relation between the databases, relation between the tables. I told you three terms, right? Table, row, column. We call that as tuple, right? Table, we call that as tuple here. Okay. So how to establish a relation between these three things, how to have a relation between these things, how to have a relation between table 1, table 2, how to have a relation between table 2, table 3. This is what and the art of deciding this, and the act of doing this is called data modeling. Okay, so doing this is called data modeling. Okay, so that you can see here, the act of deciding how to break up your application data into multiple tables and establishing the relation between the tables is called data modeling. How I can divide my application into multiple tables and how I can establish the relation between the tables, that is called data modeling. And the design that we use to show the tables and the relations is called data model. Okay, and now let us redefine our task. Okay, what we have done in the last example. And now let's say our Twitter spider application, instead of just counting a person friends, we need to keep a list of all the incoming relations. We need to find we keep all the list of incoming relations. So we could find a list of everyone who is following a particular account, for example. So earlier what we have done is we have a user A, and we will be user A. We will be trying to retrieve the list of the list of friends and their statuses. And in addition to that, what I will be doing is I will be trying to take list of incoming relations. Incoming relation means, for example, if I'm giving a friend request to you, if I'm giving a friend request to you, if you accept me as a friend, then I was an incoming relation. Okay, so I'll be keeping a track of all the incoming relations, all the incoming relations, so that you could find a list of everyone who is following a particular account. You can find a list of everyone who is following a particular account. Okay, so this is let us see how this example works. Okay, and the first thing is I'm creating a table. I'm creating a table path. Let it be a username. Okay, so create table paths from friend text to friend text. So it is where I told you, like I will be focusing on. I will be or I will be invigilating on the incoming relation. So friend request to friend request. And here each time when we encounter a person, that the person is called Dr. Check. This Dr. Check, it is an user. Okay. So it is the name of user, and it is user name, and don't treat it as like any keyword. Okay. So it is not a keyword or method. So it is an user name, and where we are trying to insert a row of the form. And now we are trying to insert into the table files. So from friend to friend values, Dr. Chang and the other friend name. So it is the from friend and it is the to friend. Okay. So it is the from friend and it is the to friend. Okay. So where I'm connecting the from friend and the to friend. So if I do this, then what happens? Like if I process 20 friends, let me take like if I process 20 friends, if I process 20 friends of Dr. Check. Okay. If I process 20 friends of Dr. Check for the Twitter feed, then I will be inserting 20 records with Dr. Check. I will be inserting 20 records with the Dr. Check as the first parameter. I will be inserting this 20 things as the first parameter. Okay. I will be inserting this as the first parameter. And this will end up in the duplicate of strings. So where this will resulting in the duplicate. I should make sure that, as I told you, we should avoid duplication, like database normalization. So database normalization, what it tells us, like it violates the rules. If I no duplicate entries, so we should make sure that there should not be any duplicate entries in my table. Okay. Now I should create a table in some way. So we should manage that there is not the same string is repeated again in my database more than once. I should make sure that no data is repeated in my database. No data is repeated in my database more than once. No data is repeated in the database more than once. Okay, that I should make sure that. So then what I can done is I can have a numeric key. The alternate solution is I can have a numeric key. I can have a numeric key for the data. I mean for a friend as well as for the two friend. Okay. I can have a numeric key. I can have a numeric key for the from friend, and which refers the actual data using that key. Okay. I will be having a numeric key like from ID to ID. So with this, like from ID to from friend and to ID to friend. And now with this which will help me to identify unique. Okay, so that I can make sure that there is no double entry will be there in my file. So there is no double entry in my file. And I can make sure that the my database, my relational database satisfies the normalization property. Okay, so it is about big uh, sorry it is about data modeling. Okay, it is about data modeling. And the next part is, if I have multiple tables, if I have multiple tables, how I can handle multiple tables in my database, how I can handle multiple data sets. Okay, so let us change the last program a step back, and let us do the same things. Okay, so as we're taken the example like Dr. Chuck, it is the name of the user Twitter account. So it is the name of a Twitter account. So ES follows like open content, high authenticity. So these are the three friends. These are the three friends followers for this Dr. Cheng. And here I use two tables like people ID 1, 2, 3, 4. Like I told you, like this we have created in the data modeling. Yes. So which we have created in the data modeling, unique ID, data modeling, unique ID for my database. Okay, this we have done in data modeling, which has from ID to ID, from ID unique ID and to IDs unique ID. So with this, I can retrieve for this with this 2, 3, 4, 2 ID. I can retrieve the database table, and here this acts as like a primary key. Okay, now this is called a primary key. So this is called a primary key, where this will be helping you to retrieve the contents from the other table. Where how I can handle multiple tables. Multiple tables I can be handled with the help of primary key and foreign key, those constraints. Once if I talk about this primary key and foreign key, then the next term is constraints, right? So the next term is constraints. So before to that constraints, we have few more things. Like as I told, we are doing with this particular thing. So what are the basic patterns that we will be looking for? Like what are the basic patterns that we will be looking in our tables? So first thing, create table with the primary key and constraints. So create table with primary key and constraint. Constraints are nothing but rules. Okay, constraints are nothing but rules which enforces you to certain category. Second, so when we have a logical key for a person, that is account name is the logical key. Then we need the ID value. Then we need the ID value for the person. This ID value will be unique. That is what still we have. That is what still now we have done. This ID value will be unique. Now, depending on whether or not the person is already in the table, we either need to look up the person in the people table, and we will look up that person in the people table and retrieve the ID value for the person. Or if does not exist, if it not exist. If it not exist, then we will add the person to the people table and get the id value for the newly added row. Okay, so at last I will be trying to insert the row that captures the follows relation. This follows relation is most important here, since we are since you are finding the since you are traversing with the friend relation, since you are traveling with the friend relation. Okay, since you're traveling with the friend relation. And constraints in a database table. Constraints in a database table. You know what does mean by constraint, right? Certain rules which will enforce you to make sure that we have unique values in my database table. So what I'm trying to do now is like cursor dot execute create table if not exist. I should make sure that the table should not exist in my database. So create table if not exist people, and then id integer primary key name, and this name should be unique throughout my database. Okay, this name should be unique throughout my database retrieved integer. And cursor dot execute create, and this is for the follows friends. Okay, so create table if not exist follows from id integer to integer unique from id to id. This is what unique that which we have done in data modeling. Okay, so here we indicate that the name column in the people table must be unique. The name column in the people table must be unique, and also we indicate the combination of two numbers. Each row of the follows table should be unique. That is from ID and to ID should be unique throughout my program, so that I can avoid constraints like referential constraints or integrity constraints. I can avoid those constraints in my program. Okay, I can avoid those constraints in my program. So I will not I so that I will not be pointing to any data which is not there in my table. If I'm trying to point to a table, if I'm trying to point to a field which does not hold any data, then there is nothing use of it, right? There is no sense of it. Pointing towards an empty database field will not make you anything. Even if I'm trying to retrieve, if I'm trying to retrieve duplicate entry for the data which you for the search which you are doing, then that also results in a wrong manner. So those things has to be get avoided. Okay, by this I can avoid constraints in my database table. Okay, and here if you look at the next one, like retrieve and or insert a record. So as I told you, like we are going to retrieve an user. If I'm trying to find the user in the database, if the username does not exist in the database, then I will be inserting it as a new value, as a new column value. If it's already exist, then I will be modifying the count, but I will not be modifying the name of the user. Okay, so when we prompt the user for a Twitter account, if the account exists, we must look up its id value. That is as first thing. And if the account does not exist the people table, we must insert the record and get the id value from the inserted row. Okay, we will be trying to insert the row. And let's see how to store the friend relationship. How to store the friend relationship. And using web services, we have discussed the two things. One is using XML, and second one is using JSON. And this JSON supports we have there is one more application of Twitter in JSON. That is at the end of that. This topic is at the end of using web services. And here this JSON with help and JSON along with Python supports much better for doing this task. Okay, what I need to do is I need to have a friend relationship. So cursor dot execute insert or ignore into follows either insert or ignore. Okay, if it is there, just ignore. So from id to id value. So this is the unique id. So question mark, this is a unique id friend id. So here just notice it. What it is doing is like we let the database we let the database take care of we let the database take care of keeping us from data inserting. Okay, the data inserting task which is done by the database. So data inserting, it is left to database. Okay, so we let the database take care of keeping us from data inserting or relations by creating the task with a unique constraint, with a unique constraint, right? So with the unique constraint, we use a unique keyword with a unique constraint, with a unique constraint, and with a unique constraint which decides either it has to be inserted or it has to be ignored. So that decides either it has to be inserted or it has to be ignored. Okay. So storing the friend relation. So once if we have the friend already there in the table, then that has to be get removed. Else then it can be get stored into the table. And here we have discussed something about like logic key, logic value. I mean logic key, primary key, and a database will have different views, right? Logical view, physical view, logical view, external view, and these things will be our next topic. Okay, I'm just summarizing the topics which are discussed today. So today's topic summarization. So the first topic that we have discussed today is spider twittering application. The first task is spidering Twitter application. Here, what we have done is friends user account and their statuses. Okay, so which will get you a list of friends and their statuses. And their statuses. This is the first thing. So this is the first task. And second task is once after doing this spider twittering application, the next we have discussed about data modeling. Okay. The next thing was about data modeling. And next to that data modeling, we are discussing about friend relation, right? Normalization, how this normalization works. Okay. And finding the patterns. And next to that, finding the patterns. And next to finding the patterns, and